Hi, I'm Aidan, and these are the memoirs of an all-round angler. Now, it's been quite a hectic few weeks. I really wanted to do a lot more filming than I have done so far this summer, but unfortunately I didn't realise how busy I was going to be, you know, seeing friends, seeing family, all of that stuff, and it's really just, time has flown and I've only got like a week or so of holiday left, so that's it's quite sad really, but you know, it's life, isn't it? Today we're doing a bit of casting. But not my usual, you know, pendulum casting with a 14-foot rod and multiply reel. Today, taking it back to basics, and sort of, I thought I'd do a bit of a sort of semi-tutorial video whilst I'm doing my practice. So I thought I'd do a tutorial for any beginners who want to learn how to sort of cast a basic cast, and let myself get some practice as well. What I'm doing different today is I'm actually using a carp rod. This is a 12-foot carp rod by TF Gear, and I think they retail at about £75 for two. So I think you get a buy one get one free on the website. Check it out if you're looking for a 12-foot carp rod. This is the 2.75 pound test curve one, so this could probably cast up to about 3 ounces. So, and today what we've got is 50 gram lead, so about 2 ounces. 25 pound high vis leader, because we are casting in the field. If I get a crack off, I want to be able to find it. And we've got 15 pound ultimate F1 on the reel. It's been a hectic few days. I've been doing a lot of casting practice recently with you know, a borrowed rod, a borrowed reel, not my own stuff, because I've been doing the UKSF junior competition, which I won yesterday. But otherwise, I mean, I've just been wanting to sort of relax a bit. So today, just casting really, just overhead thump, nice, simple, easy, relaxed casting. I might only do 10 or so casts, not going for distance, I'm just going to work on simple technique. I don't know if the camera will pick up all this audio because we have got a big headwind coming into where we're casting, so I'm not expecting big distances, but that one probably went about 60-70 yards, and that's gentle, easy overhead thump. I hope it looked alright, it felt alright, the rod performed perfectly, it hasn't got a kicky action or anything, nice and smooth and easy to cast. But without further ado, we'll get talking about technique now. To start off with the cast, make sure your drop is long enough. I tend to favour where the spigot is on a 12-foot rod, so about 6-foot drop. Bottom hand, just get a nice firm grip on that. This rod here has got a nice little EVA sort of flanged grip, which is quite nice. First we'll look at the grip on the reel. See, the way a reel works is you have to pinch the line here. This line is pulled back with your finger, and then you open the bail on. When you let go of this line here, the line can fly off the end of the spool. Hope you got that there. So the key to good distance casting is not letting the line slip off the spool. For good distance, you need to make sure your drag is nice and tight, so that no line, that's a bit too loose there for long distance. That will do the trick. So you can't pull line off the reel, because when you cast hard, what will happen is, if your drag is too loose, if I loosen this up, line will pull off and cut your finger. Big no-no, don't do that. So every cast, tighten up your drag, but don't forget when you're fishing to loosen your drag afterwards. So nice tight drag, get a good grip. Make sure that that angle of line here, going along here, I don't know if you'll see that, I'll get a different angle there. Make sure that the line here is at least 90 degrees, okay? There's no use having your hand up here, because then line can fall off the front of the spool if you don't hold it properly. So, good grip, get your finger there, pull it down, and I like to have 2 fingers either side of the reel seat, and then you should be able to hit it. Remember, with all casting, nice straight arms, nice easy technique, and don't worry about power when you begin, because if you try and hit it, you'll snatch the cast, you'll mess it all up. Right, so let's go do another cast. Remember to get that good grip, and remember to keep your arms nice and straight. So my grip's good, my drag is tight, hold the rod nice and hard, straight arms, Hello. Always check beforehand that you've got your drop right. That's about right, about half the rod length. Make sure that the line isn't wrapped around the tip ring, because that is always cause for crack-offs. Now, remember to get your grip nice. Make sure you're nice and tight. Tighten up the drag. Go into cast. Remember that leading arm. One thing I will say is that this being a carp rod, this TF Gear Banshee carp rod, it does have a slower recovery than what I'm used to in a tournament or beach rod, but it does load up very nicely with an overhead thump. And, strange as it seems, I might start using it for my beach fishing. Not for big beach fishing, but you know, for a lot of bass fishing when you're using 1 and 2 ounce leads, maybe 3 ounce leads at most, you know, a rod like this would actually be very, very helpful. There you go. 120 metres with an overhead thump and a 2 ounce lead and very thick line. Now, you might think that's probably because I'm strong. No, not really, I'm not that strong. You might think it's because I'm using some magic pendulum casting trick. No, not really. All I'm doing is getting my technique right and casting hard. And that's all it is. Once you've got technique, then you put the power in, and that's when you hit some really, really impressive distances. Right, I think we'll have 3 more casts, and we'll try hitting some of these. When you're really hitting a cast, what I tend to do is add a tiny bit more drop, because it gives you more time to compress the rod and really hit it. So instead of having my drop at where the spigot is up here, I bring it down to the butt ring. Obviously, each rod might have a different space between the spigot and the butt ring, but I'd say about 7 or 8 inches. Just increase the drop, and that gives you a bit more time to give it a little bit of a swing behind you, and then you can really whip through the cast. That's an example of what happens when you forget to concentrate, and there I added a little bit of drop just to give me more time to hit it, but it turns out I didn't concentrate. I just hit it as hard as I could, lost my timing, and it really smacked down into the ground only about 60 yards out. So, well, no, about 80 yards out, but considering that was potentially a 120 yard cast, that's what happens when you forget about that technique. You want to make sure your timing's right. You want to make sure you get your technique right. There, I pulled down with my left arm, but I pushed too much with my right. It flipped the lead over, and it went crashing down into the ground, a lot shorter than it would have done if I'd gotten my timing right. I hope you enjoyed the video. I quite enjoyed it. It's nice to get out and do some relaxed casting after preparing for competitions and all of that jazz. What's happening in terms of the channel in the future? I'll definitely be doing more beach fishing. I'll have 1 or 2 sessions of carp fishing. No, it'll be more like, you know, real down-to-earth carp fishing, small leads, not even 1 ounce, 14 gram leads, you know, little bits of sweet corn, all that sort of stuff. You know, because that's what I like. I like lighter fishing, so I'll be doing some small carp fishing. I do 1 or 2 sessions for, you know, big 20 pounders, but otherwise I'll be happy with anything up to about 10 pounds, 15 pounds. be using this rod for that, obviously, because my other rod that I used to use for carp fishing snapped. I'm good at snapping rods at the moment. That makes me think, I'd like to say a big thank you to Leader, because I snapped their rod, I snapped my Leader Icon Power, and honestly I was amazed, because I've never heard of many of them snapping. I've heard of one or two when they first came out, but I was casting and it went. I got in touch with Leader and we spoke about it a lot, and we decided the best option would be, instead of just sending me a tip, they'd send me a whole new rod. So massive thank you to Leader, because that's a big help. Really like their gear. If you're looking for a good powerful beach rod, check out the Leader Icon M Sport Power, because it's caught me lots of fish. Not many big fish, because I don't fish for many big fish. But you know, I've fished really rough ground with it, it's coped fine. I've fished at long range with it, it's coped fine. Also, thank you to TF Gear for sorting me out with this rod on warranty, because another rod snapped. I'm really good at snapping rods. I think it's been like 4 or 5 in the past 2 months. I guess I'm just having an unlucky spell. You know, thank you to everyone who I've been in touch with to sort out gear. Thank you. Customer service in the market at the moment is, you know, it's brilliant, and it's really nice to see companies that take after sales seriously. Please like the video, please subscribe, because you know it's nice to get some followers who like to watch the videos regularly. It really does help me out a lot, and in theory, the more subscribers I get, you know, the more I'll be driven to bring you guys videos. I've brought you guys a few classroom sea fishing. The classroom fishing episodes are quite nice. I like doing those, but really I want to do some proper fishing again. I want to catch some big fish, and this winter, double figure cod is on the cards. That's the plan. From the shore, big baits, big fish, big distance. You know, that's what I'm looking forward to. But until next time, guys, hope you enjoy, and tight lines, wet nets, and good luck when you next go out fishing.